up on me. You guys got here really quickly all together. Now, I do have one super special announcement today, and that is Access. Our 31st cycle starts this Friday in this particular studio. It's actually why the wall is all closed off again, because if you go into that back room, you'll see Access all set up exactly like it will be. So Access is our entry-level 250-hour yoga teacher training program, but you can take the program whether or not you want to become an instructor. If you're just curious about your practice and want to deepen it, it might be the program for you. Let's get started in child's pose. Take your knees out wide, fingertips up to the top of the mat. Hey. Take a few breaths here to get settled. Press your palms into the mat. Then press your hips down and back. Start to build your Ujjayi breath from here. Take a deep breath in. Pause at the top. Exhale, let all that air go. Pause at the bottom. Keep your breath moving in this sort of flow. With an inhale followed by a pause. Exhale, pause again. We use this style of breathing in our practice to build heat in our bodies. So we'll use it throughout the entire time that we're moving today. On your next inhale, come to downward facing dog. Take some movement here. Bend your right knee, bend your left knee. Stretch out your side body. This is integration, and it's all about getting your limbs connected to your core, just coming into your body so that you can move it for the rest of practice. Walk your feet up to your hands. Halfway lift. Long, flat spine here. Ragdoll. Press down through your heels. Hug the pit of your belly up. Press your heels down and slowly roll the whole way up to standing. Take extended mountain. Bring your hands down to heart center. Set your intention for class. So an intention is something that you'll carry through. It's like a mantra that you'll use the entire time. Typically, it's what I want to get out of my practice for today. So maybe it's an I am statement. I am strong, I am powerful, I'm creative, I'm curious, I'm flexible, whatever it is for you, set that statement, your intention statement. Now we're going to seal it in with 3 ohms. Take a breath in. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Take a deep breath in, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward facing dog with your breath in. Down dog, breathe out. Take 2 breaths. Press your pointer fingers down into the mat. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Extended mountain. Breathe in and reach up. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 2 breaths. We're starting to work in awakening here. So on this next breath, take it even bigger with your inhale. Full exhale, feet to hands. Halfway lift, fold. Inhale, extended mountain. Fold on your exhale. Halfway lift, chaturanga. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Set your drishti, your gaze, to the back of your mat. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Extended mountain drishti to the ceiling. Fold. Halfway lift, drishti, chaturanga. Keep your eyes at the same spot. Up dog. Downward facing dog. 2 breaths. Then we'll move through our last sun B here. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Last one. Extended mountain. Reach through your fingertips. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. 2 breaths. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair pose. Sit really low. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side, warrior 1. Bring your right foot up, then stay. Get low in the lunge. Back foot is flat on the mat. See how much lower you can get. 1 more inch there, Heather. Chaturanga on your exhale. Upward facing dog. Into down dog. Left side, warrior 1. Set the pose up so that you've got some strength here. Hug your front ribs into center and then pull your low belly up and in. Stay for 1 more breath. Hands to the mat, chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. 1 more time, breathe in. Sigh. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair pose. Drishti to 1 point. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side, warrior 1. Inhale, hands go up. Exhale, hands back down. Up dog. Into down dog. Left side, warrior 1. Eyes to the ceiling. Hands to the mat. Up dog. Downward facing dog. Take 2 breaths to reset your body. You feel the awakening here in your breath, in your heartbeat. Let's do 1 more breath. In and out. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair pose. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side, warrior 1. Press the ball mound of your big toe into the mat. Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Left side, warrior 1. Hands to the mat. Upward facing dog. Into downward facing dog. Take a quick check-in with your whole body. Feel how you feel today. Where are the muscles working? Where are they stretching? Let's move for our next sun B. Inhale. Exhale. Feet to hands. Halfway lift. Fold. Chair pose. See what you see. Fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Right side, warrior one. Chaturanga. Up dog, down dog, left side, warrior one. Last one. Chaturanga. Up dog and into downward facing dog. Take a breath here, in and sigh. Now pick your right leg up off the mat. Get high onto your tippy toes. Press your heel straight up to the ceiling. Now bend your top knee and open up your hip. You're looking for a stretch in your right side body. Here, keep this hand planted down onto the mat, just like that. Then reach up and out through this top knee. See? Stay for one more breath, and then we'll come back over. Flip dog. There you go. Organize your feet so that they're both facing 12 o'clock straight out in front of you. Set your drishti to 1 point. Stay for one more breath. See the things that you see. Come back over high plank and into side plank. Bring your eyes to the ceiling. Now flex your feet. Bring all the energy into your feet, into your legs, hugging into center line, skin to muscle to bone to build the pose. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog into down dog. Now, let's bring your left leg up. We'll do the other side. So heel straight up to the ceiling, then bend your knee, open up your side body. Look for the stretch here from your hand all the way up into your knee. Flip dog. Now from here, press into your heels to lift up through your hips. Create the space through your legs, through your body working together to twist up and open through your chest. That's it. Stay. Last breath here. Spread your fingers. Come back over. High plank into side plank. Bring your eyes up to the ceiling. When you place your drishti up on the ceiling, that's where your energy goes. Spread your fingers on your top hand. Now press that palm up towards your drishti point. Bring some energy into the pose. Stay for a last breath. Hands to the mat. Move through upward facing dog into down dog. Take a breath. Reset. Right side crescent lunge. Now set a wide base in this pose. Get your feet at least hip width distance, if not farther. When I was learning how to do this pose, I used to bring my feet to the edges of my mat because I would always fall over. So that's how you get up into this. Stack your back heel over top of your toes. Yeah, that's it, Heather. Good job. Now bring your hands up to the ceiling. Look between them. See what you see. With your drishti on 1 point, whenever your mind starts wandering, bring it back to that spot. It's the focus of the whole pose. Stay for one last breath. Hands to heart center. Twist to the right. Now go for length in this pose. Press your heel back, and with the same amount of energy, reach forwards through the crown of your head. Like you're expanding to take up all the space that you can on your mat. Stay for your last breath. And on your inhale, rise up to crescent lunge. Over into warrior two. Take extended side angle. This is one of my favorite poses because you get the biggest stretch here. It starts in that knife's edge, the skinny edge of your back foot, and reaches the whole way up into your top fingertips. That's it. Spread your hand, reach forwards, chaturanga. Upward facing dog into downward facing dog. Let's go straight for left side crescent lunge. Now stack your feet wide. Go even wider than you did on the last side and get more space by moving your front foot forwards a few extra inches. That's it. Now drishti up to the ceiling, hands reach to the ceiling. Each moment is a new opportunity to explore the pose. Each breath is a new body to see this pose through, a new experience of it. Last breath. Hands to heart center, twist to the left. Now, you get to choose. Either keep your hands at heart center or open them up. Keep the length in your body. With each inhale, press the crown of your head up towards the front of your mat. Stay for a final breath. And on your inhale, rise up to crescent lunge. Over to warrior two. Now, all I ask in warrior two is that you get deep into your front knee so that you can take extended side angle. Come down here. Bottom hand to the mat or elbow to your knee. Now reach your top hand up overhead. Like you're about to give me a high five up here at the front of your mat. Reach forwards towards the front of your room. Stay for one more breath. Feel the whole pose. Bring your hands to the mat. Move through upward facing dog into downward facing dog. Take an inhale, exhale, feet to hands. Halfway lift, fold, chair pose. Set it up so that you're sitting down into your heels, getting your legs active. Bring your hands to heart center, twist to the right. So as you're twisting here, focus on sitting your hips low and bringing your heart up high. Sit 1 inch further down into the pose, stay for it. And on your inhale, rise up, chair pose, forward fold. Bring your feet to the edges of your mat. Interlace your fingers around your big toes and let your head drop down. Now, we're working in the section of our sequence that we call vitality. And you really know when vitalities happen because you start to sweat a lot more. Your heartbeat gets a little bit faster. Your breath might come a bit quicker. But this section of this sequence is all about feeling alive in your body. So when you start to recognize those things happening, sweat happening, breathing happening, know that this is the feeling of being alive, of being you today. And that's a pretty great thing. Let's go, chair pose round 2. Here you go. Sit your weight back into your heels. Get low with your hips. Try it out to see if you can go 1 inch lower than you did last time. Nice job, everybody. I saw that. Bring your hands to heart center, and we'll twist to the left. Aim for sitting your hips low, and then bringing your chest up so you're twisting towards the ceiling. Look for that, eyes open. Stay for a final breath here. Deep inhale, full exhale. Inhale, rise, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Feet out to the edges of your mat. Bring your palms underneath your toes and let your head drop down. Gorilla. Bring the intention that you set for yourself on your mat into this pose. Bring it front and center, whatever your I am statement for today was. Bring that into view. Now, the challenging part, if there's anything blocking you from reaching that, any I can'ts, I don't know how to do this thing, I'm not flexible enough, I'm not strong enough for this, let's move that out of the way. What if today you were what you said your intention is? What would it look like if I am strong? If I am powerful? Crow pose. Palms out wide on the mat. Knees to right behind your elbows. Now, toes together. And you can start to play with bringing your weight up onto your hands. That's it. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Chaturanga. Come back through to upward facing dog with a breath in. Down dog on your exhale. From here, inhale, breathe out, feet to hands. Halfway lift, fold. Right side eagle. Wrap your right arm under and your right leg over top. Now you can stay with your arms either bound like this or across your hands over your shoulders. Set your drishti to a spot that's not moving. Switch sides. Left arm under, left leg over. Set your drishti and bring your I am statement into view. When your eyes start to wander or your brain starts to wander, come back to the point that you set your drishti on and come back to that mantra for yourself. I am creative. Switch sides. Right arm under, right leg over. Now, you've got your drishti, you've got your mantra. Let's take it one step further. Can you sit 1 inch lower in your hips? That's it. Stay. Just experience the pose as it is today in your body. Last breath. Switch sides. Left arm under, left leg over. Choose your drishti point. And I know other things, other thoughts become more interesting. But when you wander, come back to concourse. Bring your eyes back to this one spot. Inhale, rise the whole way up. Take an extended mountain, lift, and we'll take right side, standing leg raise. So right hand either to your knee or to your toes. And if you can reach your toes, you can also choose to extend your leg if that's possible for you. Now, no matter where you're at, flex your raised foot. Move your eyes out over your left shoulder. Then move your leg out to the right. Hug your low belly up and in to support the pose. Bring your eyes to center. Then your knees to center. Press back for airplane. Choose the drishti point on the mat that you're going to look at. Really get to know that spot. Take half moon. You can set a new drishti point for yourself or stick with the old one. But stay for 2 more breaths here, just to experience the full extent of the pose. Last one. Feet to the mat. Now, shake it out. I know that's a lot on one side, so sometimes you got to shake it out. Let's move to left side standing leg raise. You knew if one side happened, we had to do the other. So grab your left knee or your left toes. Bring your drishti out over your right shoulder. Bring your leg out to the left. Bring your eyes back to center, then your legs. Set your gaze on the mat, airplane. Press back through your heel. Keep your drishti active. Take half moon. What if you lived up to this in your intention that you set in this pose? What would that look like for you today? Maybe it's just pressing down through the ball mound of your big toe. Fullest expression on this last breath. Both feet down. Now you got to shake out this side too. If you did one, you got to do the other. Let's take dancer. So your right hand comes back to your inner ankle. Soft part of your elbow faces out. There, so switch your hand around. Here, look. I got you, no problem. One more time. Here, switch it this way so the soft part faces out. And that's it. Yeah, you got it. It causes a little less strain on your elbow. Stay for 2 breaths. Last one. Feet to the mat. Take left side dancer. Look for expansion here. Covering as much mat space as you can from your shin all the way up to your front palm. See how long you can get. Okay, your gaze set for this last breath. And bring your feet down. Second set. Right side dancer all over again. Here we are. Bring your body to this pose. Like you know what it feels like. So you're ready to take it one step further. That's it. You get to start where you left off on the left side. So press your shin back and reach your front palm towards your drishti point. Stay last breath, full, and feet down. Left side dancer, last one. Here it is. Get your drishti set first. Then look for total body expression in the pose. As big as you can get. Whatever that looks like today. Try it on. Feet down. Let's take tree pose. Hand to either your ankle, your shin, or your thigh. Press your heel down onto the mat. Lift up through the crown of your head. Feel the way that this feels like stretching. From the roots of your foot, rise up through the crown of your head. Stay for one final breath. Switch sides. Foot to your ankle, your shin, or your thigh. Hands to heart center, or reach them up towards the ceiling. Press down through the ball mound of your big toe on the mat. Reach up through your fingertips. One last breath. Feet back down. Take extended mountain with a big breath in. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side triangle. So take a look at your legs here. Your front leg is about 90% of the way straight, but that last 10% is just enough for a soft bend in your front knee. That's it. Bring your drishti over your top fingertips. On your inhale, rise to stand. We'll take side facing, wide-legged, forward fold. Interlace your fingers behind your back for a bind, and then fold forwards. Bring a little softness to your knees here. I know that sometimes seems a little bit hard to do, but if you just give a little bend to your knees, it actually really helps protect the joints in this pose. Find whatever you have left for that last little bit of fold. And on your inhale, rise up to stand. We'll take namaste front facing forward fold. Now, both feet come straight in front of you. Feet on railroad tracks, so they're not pointing together or out, but straight in front. Interlace your fingers behind your back, and then with soft knees, fold forwards. So what you'll find here is usually when your shoulders get about parallel with your hips, there's a big stretch up the back side of your front leg. That's good stuff. Breathe into the pose. Especially in a pose where you're starting to get a lot of feedback from your body, a lot of sensations. The whole trick to staying is to breathe. Stay for one final breath. And on your exhale, hands to the mat, chaturanga. Move through up dog into downward facing dog, left side triangle. Take a longer stance this time. Yeah, you've got more space. You have long legs. Oh, come on. You can choose either to bring your hand to your ankle or shin in the front leg, or to the mat or a block just behind your front ankle. Look to deepen the fold in your front hip crease. Get as much length as you can out from the side of your leg. On your inhale, rise up to stand. Take side facing, wide-legged forward fold, and this time we'll go for the ninja lunges variation. Fold the whole way forwards. On your exhale, bend your right knee, straighten out your left leg. On your next breath in, switch sides. Keep moving back and forth. Breath by breath, switching sides. Flex your extended foot. Move for just another breath or two. Even out your sides, and then come back to center. Nice job. On your inhale, rise the whole way to standing. We'll take namaste, front facing forward fold, or split variations with the opposite leg. So set it up. Feet hip width distance or wider. Both feet face forwards. Then interlace your fingers behind your back and fold over your front knee. One of the tricks of this pose is checking out where you're putting your weight. Oftentimes we dump like 90% of our weight into the front foot, but instead see if you can bring 50% of your weight into your back foot by pressing your heel down into the mat, bending your knees a little bit. Stay for a last breath. On your exhale, hands down to the mat for chaturanga. Upward facing dog with a breath in. Down dog on your exhale. From here, roll the whole way out into your high plank. And then lower down onto the mat. We'll take locust pose. Hands out by your side, palms flipped so they're facing the mat. From here, press down to lift up through your shoulders and your toes. Look for length here over height. Keep your chin tucked so that you're looking at the top of your mat, getting as long as you can from your toes all the way up to your head. Come back down. Take a breath to reset. Then inhale, rise. Locust pose, round two. That's it. Fingers spread out wide. See how high you can get in this pose while you're breathing. Take a deep breath in. Exhale back down. Tuck your knees side to side. Floor bow. Hands by the outer edges of your feet. And you can choose to do one side at a time or both. Feet flexed. Press your shins back to lift your chest up. That's it. If you've got one side, bring your front hand out in front of you. That's it. Press down to lift up. Come back down. Knees side to side. Hands by your outer ankles. Now, this time when you go up in floor bow, round 2, press down, lift up, inhale, go for the breath here. A lot of times you stop breathing in this pose because you're strengthening this muscle that sits underneath your ribs, your diaphragm. And that can be hard. So stay for your breath in. On your exhale, come back down. Knees side to side. Take upward facing dog. Press the tops of your feet into your mat. Lift all the way from your pelvis up through the crown of your head. Knees down. We'll take camel round 1. So for camel pose, come straight onto your knees, toes tucked underneath of yourself. From here, you're going to put your hands where your back pockets would be if you were wearing jeans. Shoulders pulled back onto your spine, and then lift up through the center of your chest. Focus on pressing the little divot, the little space between your collarbones, straight up towards the ceiling. On your inhale, roll the whole way up, and we'll take high hero. So sit back onto your ankles. By the way, when we do a pose like this in between the back bends, it's called a counter pose. So this one is meant to just re-straighten your spine. Sit your hips down, lift up tall through your shoulders. And then we'll go for round 2. So camel pose, same way. Toes tucked under, hands by your back pockets. Lift your chest up to the ceiling. Use your core muscles here to support the lift by hugging your front ribs into center and then lifting your low belly up in it. On your inhale, roll the whole way up and sit back down onto your ankles. Get your spine all straight, press down through your hips, lift up through your shoulders, and then we'll roll back for bridge pose. So straight onto your mat. Press your heels down, lift your hips up, bridge pose, round 1. Now, if you have the space in this bridge pose, interlace your fingers underneath your back and pull them straight down towards your heels. What you're looking to do is tuck your shoulders underneath of yourself. Exhale, come back down. Knees side to side. And we'll set up bridge pose round 2. Press your heels into the mat. On your inhale, lift your hips up. Now focus on your legs this time. Hug into center line. Press down through your heels, activating the tops of your thighs, your quad muscles here to get that lift in your hips. Come back down. So we have 6 poses in front of us. You get to choose whether you want to stay here in bridge or move up into wheel. 6 poses. Are you ready? Set. Press down, lift up, go bridge or wheel, round 1. Eyes open, drishti set. On your exhale, tuck your chin and come back down. That's it. Breath in on the mat. Breath out. Press down, lift up, bridge or wheel, round 2. Eyes open. Bring your mantra in. I am whatever it is. Tuck your chin, come back down. Inhale on the mat. Exhale. Let's set up round 3. Press down, lift up, breathe in, bridge or wheel. Eyes open. See what you see. Feel what you feel. Tuck your chin back down. All right, we're halfway there. Are you ready? Set. Go. Press down, lift up, bridge or wheel, round 4. I am strong. Tuck your chin, come back down. Inhale. Exhale. Press down, lift up, bridge or wheel. Round 5. Here it is. I am. Tuck your chin, come back down. Last one. Knees side to side. Let's go. Press down, lift up, bridge or wheel. Round 6. I am. Tuck your chin and come back down. Take Supta Baddha Konasana. Soles of your feet together, one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Feel your breath as it rises and falls underneath of your palms. This is the as lived experience of your I am statement. Whatever it is for you today, however you showed up, let yourself live into, be up to your I am statement. Bring your hands by the outer edges of your feet. Let's take happy baby. Now in happy baby, rock right to left. Left to right, back and forth, pulling your lowest back down towards the mat. Bring both legs up to 90 degrees. Hands out by your sides. We're going to go for scissor legs. So don't tuck your hands under your butt. Leave them out by the sides of your mat. I know. On your exhale, lower your right leg down. Keep your left leg up. Inhale, then switch. Inhale and switch. Flex your feet for 10. Using your core muscles, 8. Hug your belly up and in, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug your knees into your chest. I'm pretty sure you guys missed 1 or 2 because I apparently can't count backwards. All right, bring both legs back up to 90 degrees. Now we're going to do some little crunches, reaching your fingertips up towards your toes. 4, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15. Hug your belly button down towards the mat. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees into your chest, rock head to toe 3 times. We're going to meet up for our last pose in boat pose. Now you got feet out, feet flexed, hands out wide. Now you can always do this where you're holding the backs of your legs or bringing just one leg up at a time. Pull your low belly back for 10. Drishti set. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees into your chest, rock head to toe. Come to a frog pose. I had a special request in the class this morning to do frog, which I haven't called in a while. So here's how we're going to do it. Oh, yeah. Everybody against this wall, let's take frog pose with your backs to the mat. So if you haven't done frog pose this way before, Sue, Charlie, and Megan over here all have it tried on this way. So you're going to face the opposite direction. You know, if you've got a wall nearby, you can choose to do that. Or if you guys want to migrate your way over to a wall, that works as well. Now you're going to take your feet out wide. You're looking for 90 degrees at your ankles and 90 degrees at your knees. That's it. Here, you might want to scoot a little bit closer to the wall. That's it. There you go. And you can sit your hands on your knees or on your thighs. Part of the activity and the work of this pose is keeping your belly active. After a breath or two, you might find that you can go a little bit deeper. Bring your feet down a little bit lower on the wall, or scoot your knees out if you're doing this with your belly facing the mat. Bring your intention for the practice into this pose. Whatever your I am statement is, how could you live into that right now? If you're strong, maybe it's breathing for another breath. Creative, just trying something new out. Stay for one more breath. And then for those of us on the wall, you're going to bring your hands to the outer edges of your thighs. So like right underneath of your knees. And you'll use your hands to help you bring your legs back up into center. That's it. It might happen slowly. For those of you on your belly, roll out onto your belly. And you can make your way back onto the mat. Okay, who's never done frog pose like that? Can I see hands? Never? Okay, lots of first timers. Let's go for right side seated single leg extension. On your inhale, reach up through your fingertips. On your exhale, fold towards your toes. Take a deep breath in, exhale, and then switch sides. I love these stretches because they're like one of the first things that you ever learned, right? When somebody taught you how to stretch, it's an inhale, reach up, exhale, fold with a flat back. I also think they're great because they're really effective in just one breath. Bring both legs out in front of you. We'll do seated forward fold. So keep a little bend in your knees here. Flex your feet, inhale, reach. Exhale, fold with your flat back. If you can reach your toes, that's great. Pull your pinky toes back towards your face. But if not, as you're flexing your feet, just make sure that you're pulling the muscles back that way. On your next exhale, drop your head down and let yourself round out your spine. Inhale, roll the whole way up. Let's take tabletop or reverse plank. So hands down just behind you on the mat with your fingertips facing your heels. From here, press your heels down, lift up through your hips, and let your head drop back. Bring your hips down to the mat. Let's move to fish pose. So for those of you who don't have a block, I'll bring that around in a second. But for fish pose, you're looking to have your block sit right between your shoulder blades to help support you up in this pose. And that you want the long, skinny edge of your block facing up. You're like this. And then your spine lays straight back down onto it. Here, lift your head up real quick. You can use a double block here, now back down to help support. Point your toes and take a deep breath in. Then sigh it out. Do this a few times. Flip your palms up so they face towards the ceiling. That's it. Long, skinny edge faces up. Nice job. Good stuff, Heather. Here, wait, Kale, out the other way. Yeah, you got it. Okay, there you go. Then lean back. Don't worry. Yeah. Here, I'm going to get another block for right under your head. Just stay and breathe. This is one of these poses that as you let the breath continue, As you stay in it, you'll find that you could just go deeper and deeper. That there's something new to get out of this pose for every breath that you're in it. Here, one more behind your head. Bring your left hand underneath of your head. You're going to use this to help support your head and neck as you rock off of the right side. So rolling over towards your right. Yeah, hand helps your head straight off of the block. Good job. Now we're going to move to rejuvenation. So it's upside down time. If you want to get into a headstand, handstand, forearm balance, this is your moment. Otherwise, shoulder stand or waterfall. So you get to choose here. If waterfall is what you're looking to do, bring your block right underneath your hips. That's it. And then feet flexed. No matter where you're at, hug your low belly up and in. Shoulder stands, move to plow. Sorry, Megan. Plow move to deaf yogis. And for my upside downers in a headstand or a handstand, take a quick child's pose. Slowly roll the whole way back down onto your mat, removing your block out from underneath of you or whatever else might be in your way. Hug your knees up into your chest. Let them drop to the right side of your mat, eyes over your left shoulder. Bring your hands out to a T. You got it. As you breathe, let your shoulders melt down onto the mat. Hug your knees up into center. Let them drop to the left side of your body, eyes over your right shoulder. Hug your knees into center. Let your legs and arms go long on the mat, Shavasana. There's a cold eye towel by the upper right-hand corner of your mat. Feel free to use it if you'd like. Take a deep breath in and let it go. Slowly start to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Interlace your hands and take a full body stretch up overhead. With a deep inhale. Hug your knees up into your chest. Rock onto the right side of your body. Place your forehead on the mat. Make your way up into a seated position. We'll inhale, fingertips up towards the ceiling. And on your exhale, hands down to heart center. So we'll close class today, seal in your intention with 3 ohms. Take a breath in. Bring your thumb knuckles up to forehead center. Together, we bow our heads and we say, Namaste. Thanks, guys. Thanks for making the time in your day to come out to practice with me, to practice with your neighbors. It was so nice to have you here. Oh, yes, April. Listen, I had somebody in class the other day. I asked them what their birthday was, and they go, I am turning 7 years old today. I was like, listen, I know you're trying to get out of these, but fine, we'll do 7. And by the way, you can leave your mat sitting here. I'll take care of it after class. No worries. The laundry basket is also right outside the door for your eye towel.